Have you ever wondered who was the mastermind behind the invention of the car, a machine that has become a cornerstone of modern civilization? This marvel of engineering, now an integral part of our daily lives, was once just a twinkle in the eye of an ambitious inventor. Who was this visionary? How did this object of fascination come to be? The story of the automobile is one of ingenuity, determination, and adaptability. Join us as we journey back in time to uncover the origins of the automobile. Our journey begins in the late 19th century, a time of innovation and exploration. This was an era when the world was rapidly changing, and the possibility of creating a self-propelled vehicle was becoming a reality. The first significant steps towards this dream were taken by Étienne Lenoir, a Belgian engineer, who in 1860 invented the internal combustion engine. This revolutionary invention converted fuel into motion, opening up a world of possibilities. However, it was a far cry from the powerful engines we know today. Lenoir's engine was relatively inefficient, but it laid the groundwork for future advancements. Fast forward 25 years to 1885, and we arrive at a pivotal moment in automobile history. Enter Karl Benz, a German engineer, whose name would forever be etched in the annals of automotive history. Benz successfully created the first gasoline-powered automobile, a three-wheeled vehicle he named the Motorwagen. This was a landmark achievement that set the stage for the future of transportation. The inventions of Lenoir and Benz were monumental. They sparked a revolution, transforming the way we move, the way we live, and the way we perceive distance. Their pioneering work was the foundation upon which the modern automobile industry was built. But this was just the beginning. The automobile was about to experience a revolution. The turn of the 20th century brought with it a wave of change. A key figure riding this wave was none other than Henry Ford. A visionary and innovator, Ford introduced the world to the concept of the assembly line in 1913. This manufacturing revolution was a game-changer for the automobile industry. It helped to ramp up production, and more importantly, it made cars more accessible to the average person. Imagine this. Before the assembly line, cars were an indulgence only the wealthy could afford. They were handcrafted, much like a fine piece of furniture, and their price tag reflected this. But with the assembly line, cars were no longer a luxury item. They were within reach of the working class. Henry Ford's Model T, often referred to as the car for the great multitude, became an icon of this new era. As the 20th century progressed, so did the evolution of the automobile. The industry saw major advancements, particularly in the areas of safety and fuel efficiency. Seatbelts, for instance, became a standard feature in the 1950s. A decade later, the first federal standards were set for emission controls in response to growing concerns about air pollution. The push for fuel efficiency gained momentum in the 70s during the oil crisis. These developments, among many others, continually reshaped the landscape of the automobile industry. And it wasn't just about functionality. Cars started to reflect personal style and status. From the sleek sports cars of the 60s and 70s to the rise of the SUV in the 90s, automobiles became an extension of one's identity. The automobile revolution didn't just change how we travel, it transformed our societies and economies. It shaped our cities, it affected our environment, and it influenced our culture. From a luxury item for the few, the car had become a necessity for the many. The car has come a long way from its humble beginnings. Born from the inventive minds of the late 19th century, the automobile began as a novelty, a luxury reserved for the few. The first gasoline-powered car, a marvel in its own right, paved the way for an era of change. Then came the revolution, the mass production of automobiles. This wasn't just a shift in manufacturing, it was a societal transformation. Cars became a symbol of progress, of modernity. The 20th century bore witness to the evolution of the automobile, from simple machines to complex feats of engineering. Each generation more sophisticated and more efficient than the last. As we look forward to the future of automobiles, we stand on the shoulders of the giants who made this journey possible. The invention of the car was not just the work of a single individual, but a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance.